Maybe you walked away from God years ago. Maybe life pulled you in a different direction, and before you knew it, decades had passed. Maybe you made choices you are not proud of, said things you cannot take back, lived in a way that looks nothing like the faith you once had. And now you are sitting here, older, tired, carrying more than you want to admit, asking the one question you are almost afraid to say out loud: is it too late for me? That question, is it too late, is one of the most quietly asked questions in the Christian faith. People do not post it on social media. They do not bring it up in church, but they carry it every single day. Some will tell you, yes, you have gone too far. You have wasted too many years. God's patience runs out eventually. Others will point you straight to Scripture and say, there is not a single story in the Bible where God turned away someone who genuinely came back to Him. Today we are going to look at both sides honestly, and we are going to let the Bible answer the question. Let us start with the most extreme example in the entire Bible. A man is dying. Not just dying, he is being executed for crimes he himself admitted he committed. He has no time left. No opportunity to fix anything, no chance to live differently. And in his final moments, he turns to Jesus hanging beside him and says simply, "Remember me when you come into your kingdom." Jesus did not say, "It is too late." He did not say, "You should have come to me sooner." He said, "Today you will be with me in paradise." Not next week, not after a period of proving yourself. Today. If the last recorded conversation before death is enough, then no moment in your life is too late. The feeling of being too far gone is real, and the Bible does not dismiss it. David, a man described as after God's own heart, committed adultery and had a man murdered to cover it up. He spent years carrying that guilt. Peter, one of Jesus' closest disciples, denied even knowing him 3 times in one night. He went out and wept bitterly. Jonah ran so hard from God's call that he ended up at the bottom of the ocean. Every single one of them came back. Every single one was restored. God is not surprised by how far you have gone. He knew before you left. Now let's look at some people who started over and when they did it. Abraham, the father of faith, the man whose legacy shaped 3 of the world's major religions, was 75 years old when God first called him. Not 25, not 35, 75. God did not look at Abraham's age and decide it was too late for him to begin the greatest journey of his life. He looked at Abraham's heart and called him anyway. And Abraham went. Moses as well spent 40 years in the wilderness feeling like a failure. He had fled Egypt, left everything behind, and spent 4 decades as a shepherd in the middle of nowhere. He was 80 years old when God appeared to him in the burning bush and gave him the greatest assignment in Israel's history. 80 years old. And his greatest work had not even started yet. And also, in Joshua 14, Caleb stands before Joshua and makes one of the most remarkable declarations in all of Scripture. He was 85 years old, and he looked at the mountains that had not yet been claimed and said, "Give me this mountain." Not, "I am too old for this." Not, "Let the younger men handle it." "Give me this mountain." Caleb did not believe his age disqualified him, and God did not either. Another example is Peter, who denied Jesus 3 times in one night. The very man who had said, "Even if everyone else leaves, I never will," crumbled completely under pressure. And yet, after the resurrection, Jesus did not avoid Peter. He specifically sought him out. John 21 records Jesus asking Peter 3 times, "Do you love me?" One question for every denial. Not to shame him, to restore him. The man who failed most publicly became the man who preached on the day of Pentecost and saw 3,000 people come to faith in a single sermon. Failure was not Peter's final chapter, and it does not have to be yours. Now, the honest question. Is there ever a point where it genuinely is too late? Scripture does speak of a hardened heart. Hebrews 3:15 warns, "Do not harden your hearts." And Hebrews 6 describes those who have tasted the heavenly gift and fallen away. Language that has troubled theologians for centuries. But here is what every serious Bible scholar agrees on. The person who is genuinely asking, "Is it too late for me?" is almost certainly not the person those passages are describing. A hardened heart does not ask that question. A hardened heart stopped caring long ago. The very fact that you are asking, the very fact that the question still burns in you, is evidence that something is still alive, that the door is still open. Revelation 3:20 says, "Here I am. I stand at the door and knock." Jesus is not standing outside a closed door with his back turned. He is knocking, which means he is still there, which means it is not too late. Abraham at 75, Moses at 80, Caleb at 85, the thief on the cross in his final breath. The Bible does not have a single story of God turning away someone who genuinely came back to him. Not one. Your age is not an obstacle to God. Your past is not a barrier he cannot cross. And the years you feel you have wasted are not beyond his ability to redeem. If you walked away from this knowing something you didn't know before, share it with someone who needs to hear it. And if this is the kind of content you want more of, subscribe to Two Sides Scripture. Every week we go deeper into the questions most people are afraid to ask. Drop a comment below. Has there been a moment in your life where you felt it was too late? One line is enough. We read every single one. I am your host, and remember, both perspectives. You decide.